coming on. I mean, how have you been making out so far?
I mean, so far so good. I mean, just staying busy in the gym, ready to get back at it as soon as I can.
So I mean, undefeated as an amateur. You had a great run, obviously in Titan FC, 4-0, all finishes. How'd you end up signing with Bellator?
Um, my management has a real close relationship with the matchmakers over there, so I guess somebody reached out to somebody, they brought it to me, and I said, yeah, let's do it.
So debut back at Bellator 205. You're taking on Ben Moa. If fans go back, watch that fight. Moa came out swinging, man, hard right hands. You were able to get him to the ground, got him by key lock was the finish. What was it like to get that win with the new promotion?
It was really cool. It was really validating. When everybody starts this sport, they dreams of fighting on the biggest stages. So to go out there and get a win was just, really cool to experience. And like I said, I really feel like it validated a lot of the chances and I took and a lot of the hard work I did leading up to it.
So when I reached out to you, basically when I spoke with Volkan Oezdemir about a month before his fight with Anthony Smith, and then during fight week, he had nothing but great things to say about yourself, as well as Linton Vassell too, one of your training partners. So for you, I mean, what's it been like being able to have these great training partners in some of the upper weight classes at Hard Knocks 365?
It's been instrumental. I had said something after the fight. And I didn't mean any disrespect to Ben Moa, but I had said that the training that I get from the Vulcans, the Lintons, and then a lot of the other guys, the Matt Mitriones, the Stefan Struves, the Victor Pestas, the training I get from them really, I feel like props up my performances. So, I don't have enough good things to say about Vulcan either. Vulcan's one of the best in the world, without a doubt.
I mean, off fight obviously didn't go his way, but he looks like he's enjoying his time back home in Switzerland. I think he mentioned on Instagram knee surgery. For you with Hard Knocks 365, I mean, how did you end up with that gym in the first place?
Well, I joined the Black Zillions in, I'm trying to think. I think I put pen to paper with the Black Zillions in early 2016. And, I'm sure you know that it didn't pan out very well over there. The coach, Henry and Greg left, and I left with them. And, we had a couple changes of scenery with the team, but, we kind of landed at Hard Knocks, and it looks like that's where we're going to be for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, training seems to be going great there. Now, question for you. So, in January, we've got Bellator Heavyweight Grand Prix finals. You got Fedor, Ryan Bader. Just want to get your thoughts on how the Grand Prix has been going so far, and are you surprised how successful Ryan Bader's been moving up weight class?
Yeah, Ryan Bader's been kicking some serious ass. You can't take anything away from Ryan Bader. Fedor's always going to be Fedor. And, I don't know how much more of Fedor we're going to see after the Grand Prix, but, it's really cool to see, just glimpses of what he was, before this last stretch of fights that he's been on, like the ups and the downs and all that. So, no, it's been really cool. Really cool to see the new blood mixed with, the old legends.
It's kind of a tough question. So, I mean, next weekend I'm going to be covering NEF 36 from Portland, Maine. And in the main event of that card, they've actually got a title fight for the brand new cruiserweight division. How to look at your record, how to look at, where you've weighed in, amateur and a pro. If Bellator were to bring in a 225-pound division, do you think you'd maybe take a crack at it?
That would definitely be something to think about. And that's something I thought about a lot in the past, too. I've never been like a cut to make 65 heavyweight. I don't know if I ever will be, but I have been getting bigger. So, it'd be really interesting to see what would happen if something like that came up. And I certainly would keep my eyes on it if it started to materialize.
Yeah, I mean, even with the UFC in the last couple of days, getting rid of possibly the featherweight division, maybe 165, we've seen maybe 225. I think it'd be cool to see some more fighters kind of move into some of those divisions. Now, finally for you, we've got another big heavyweight fight coming up closer to the end of the year. You've got Frank Mir and Javi Ayala. I had the chance to talk with Javi a couple of weeks ago, but there's still 6 Bellator cards before that January fight with the end of the heavyweight Grand Prix. When's the next time we're going to see Steve Mowry back in the cage?
We only just started beginning talks of it, and I can't say anything specific yet, but we can hope for soon, I'm sure.
So hoping before the end of the year?
we'll see.
Okay, sounds good, man. Well, thanks so much for coming on. Hopefully we can see you back in the cage soon, and maybe before that fight we can have a chat again. For the fans, where can they find you on social media? And if you got any shout outs for teammates, friends, families, let us know.
Yeah, my fans can find me at Tall Steve MMA on Twitter. They can find me on Instagram as Tall Steve Fights People. Shout out to my coaches, shout out to my teammates. All glory goes to God, of course, always. I'd like to thank all my sponsors, especially Thrasher Hemp Chews. Made sure to throw the shirt on before we got on here. Without my sponsors and teammates and friends and all that, none of this would be possible. So my gratitude, as always, goes out to them. Let's hope to see me back in the cage soon.
Awesome, man. Sounds good. Thanks so much.
Thank you.